Isn't it strange that the trait of focusing not on somebody else's desire for connection is causing you to turn inward? That is causing divorces to increase down the line, which means that people respond to that by being more defensive, by being more guarded and more cynical, which makes them less of an eligible partner to the next relationship, which then just creates a cycle that then gets broadcast onto the internet. People who haven't had much experience in relationships, because they're young or because they fail out, or because they're concerned or nervous or averted to risk, use that as their proxy and say, right, well, I'd better enter into this relationship. It's exactly guarding myself so that I don't get hurt, and the cycle just continues. That what happens is we're actually entering relationships with our armor up, but in the process of playing those games like not texting back, not getting too close, not attaching, them not telling them that you love them, you are training somebody to love you in the wrong way. If I'm somebody who's needy, and I actually need lots of love and reassurance, but I don't want to text first and I don't want to be looking, I am then teaching him that I'm cool, calm, and collected. And I don't care when I hear from him. If I see you, I see you. But then he's not getting the training ground of what I truly want. He's not getting access to my true needs. So I am now no longer communicating effectively how to love in a very avoidant and dismissive. When really, if I say, look, I need to speak to my partner on a daily basis. I like to see you regularly. I love you, I miss you, what is this? I like labels. When I start communicating my needs, he will actually learn how to love me. But we're teaching people to do the opposite. We're teaching people to pretend that they're somebody else, and especially pretend that they're avoidant. Pretend that they don't have these needs. So essentially, we're going to attract the wrong partner. Why would any man take advice from a woman when it comes to dating? The same way successful businesses, when they want to know what will grow their business, this is the exact same mentality. If you want to know exactly what women are attracted to, exactly what they and all the signs that she is leaving you, then you need to click the link below to book a one-to-one with me, where I can help you with all of those questions that you need answering. What else have you found that is a predictor of a toxic or a negative or a declining relationship? Criticism over praise, again with the research, are ones that praise a substantial amount compared to criticism. So they scan the environment to kind of praise their partner. They'll look for excuses to praise their partner, like, even if it's as simple as like, you make the bed so good. Every time I come home, the house is clean. These tiny things, any opportunity to praise their partner. But what happens in relationships that end is they can't remember the last time they complimented each other. They think it should be a given. They think, well, I think you're pretty because I'm with you, aren't I? I'm sure you're a guy. Why do you need compliments? Men are craving this. I've noticed a lot of it in my practice. The men that often have affairs, they're not actually seeking sex. They're seeking a woman that compliments them. They say they can't. Remember the last time a woman told them that he looks great? Whereas for women, our partner says it, but also our friends will tell us. People will tell us, yeah. But for men, if their partner doesn't tell them, nobody does. So when they meet somebody who simply tells them they look good, their intelligence something to validate them, they immediately become attracted to that because they're starved of it. So praise is something that I think couples forget how important it is, I suppose, that the game playing and the rivalry that sometimes happens in relationships as they start to go downhill, that makes the situation worse, because you're not going to praise somebody that you think is your rival, or that you're trying to play games with, or that you're unsure about the level of trust that you should put in them, where whoever you don't feel safe with. Thing is, all of these things that I'm saying, they only come when you feel safe now. Simple things like liking other girls' pictures or following people now makes people feel super unsafe. Super unsafe, so their guards go up. I know people that the moment they add somebody on Instagram and they see who they're following. They might have had a really great date with them. Everything was great, but then they look on their following. Like, oh, straight away, insecurities guards everything, so we're now. Unfortunately, in an environment where you're thrown into the deep end, all your insecurities can now come alive through the use of social media. So people are going into relationships ready for it to fall apart. You've done a ton of work on trauma. You've mentioned that words maybe a couple of times already. I live in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas is the sort of place where when I walk into a sauna, someone is talking about their trauma work that they've just done. And an MDMA ketamine therapy-assisted sound bath in South America. And it's got me a little turned off. From the word I understand that trauma is a big deal. Yeah, I've had guys on that run. Psychedelic-assisted therapy for PTSD for veterans, but what is bollocks and what is not bollocks in the world of trauma? Where are people getting out over their skis? Where is it truthful? Well, here's the thing, there's trauma and then there's stress. Stress is situational. To what's going on and you're stressed about it, how you know something is trauma is there. Response is disproportionate to the scenario. That suggests that there is a pre-existing wound. Something's happened. Before you came along, that's made them hypersensitive.